Every time you tell me something, I figure that you're lying. Ooh, it's almost like you faking. Oh yeah, yeah, I know you're lying, but you sound excited, and you know that I know that you're lying. Oh girl, cue the rain.
Stay on him. Roger that, Kyle. Staying on him. Because you think they start hauling ass.
Hey, what is up? We are back, and today we are on the Common Test Server 9.19.1, and we are looking at the WZ-111, the new Tier 10 branching out from the 11114. And right now we're making a comparison between the two tanks, the Tier 9 11114 and the 5A. As you can see, the model on the 5A looks a lot more detailed. It carries a bit more equipment, like, bags and net, camouflage net, perhaps maybe some boxes here and there, a log. And also the modeling looks a little bit more refined. The texture looks a little bit more refined compared to the Tier 9, right? Look at the Tier 9, although it's a HD quality, but it does not have that texture that the 5A brings you. You can see the 5A is a lot more closer to looking like the real thing. I think maybe in the future they will rework on that Tier 9. When the Tier 9 first came out and into HD, I think a lot of people were like really happy and like, wow, looks great. But it's nothing compared to the 5A. The 5A looks more like something Milky Man would do. Shout out to Milky Man for pushing the envelope on that. So let's go straight to the comparison. I'm making comparison between three tanks, 5A, 113 and IS-7. Right off the bat, 490 damage, same as the IS-7. 250 penetration on the AP, which is pretty standard. Rate of fire, which is lower than the the 113 at 9.45 seconds, whole 1.2 seconds lower than the 113. Besides that, the turret traverse and the gun depression is exactly the same as the 113, but the gun elevation is like 5 degrees more than the 113, so that's great. The aiming time, 2.34 seconds, a lot quicker than 113 or the IS-7, which is very important. Here's what's truly special about this tank is the armor. You have hull armor 140 in the front, 20 more than the 113. Almost same as the IS-7. And the turret armor in the front. Turret armor 300 in the front, which is a lot more than the IS-7 and a little bit more than the 113. This is spectacular. This means you can use it to barge your way through forward, right? Gun dispersion is at 0.37, and while moving and traversing it's 0.13, and while the turret traversing is at 0.06, exactly the same as the 113. In fact, it can do things like this. On the move and RT stun, I attempt a snapshot here, which works out great. And on another position, I'm coming up, not fully aimed, but managed to snap that off. Right, in the mobility department, there's not much difference between the 5A and the 113. Very similar in the numbers, very similar in the way it plays in-game. It feels almost the same, actually, not much difference. But what's special about it is here, concealment. It has nothing. It's a lot worse than the IS-7. There's no chance of it hiding anywhere using camouflage. But the good part about this end is the view range. It has 20 plus meters more view range than the 113, or almost the same as the IS-7. Excellent view range, but bad camo. So remember, this is a forward tank. You play like a medium tank with a lot of armor. I think that's how you play this tank anyway. So let's go to a video and watch how you get along. Alright, we are in Pilsen on the south spawn, and I'm going to play a little bit more aggressive with this tank because I want to find out exactly what the gun can do, what the armor can do. And to be honest, I already played a lot of games on this tank, and I can tell you straight away that the thing that I forgot to mention, which is the most important thing on this tank, is it has the IS-7 gun. This means it does 490 damage alpha, which is fairly decent for comparable 113, right? 50 more damage than a 113. Now, if you already have a 113, I don't see any reason for you to get this tank. But if anything, I think that the players that want to get this tank would probably be Clan Wars players who are, who constantly get their 113 locked and need a replacement that is similar. This would be the ideal tank. So we are going in balls deep, aggressive play, but I am only firing AP, and I'm going to test around there, and it does not penetrate. Maybe he had too much angle. I tried to shoot his ass on the reload, but he backed up just enough for me to catch his side plate instead, and I bounced again. Now normally I would have been loading the heat by now, but I wanted to test out how good this AP gun is, the AP shell, 250 pen. It's just another 113, and if you're familiar with 113s, you know exactly what it can and cannot do. 250 pen isn't really good at all, but I'll catch the side of this and it manages to pen. Remember, always try to shoot below the top track in order for it to pen. Now normally I would pen this, but I don't right here. But normally I would be using heat as well. I'm gonna try it again on this next shot just to see if it was me or was it. Yeah, it doesn't work. So I decide to back up, and what I'm gonna do is try to attack from the other side. Now remember, once again, if you already have a 113, this tank really isn't really necessary. But if you want that extra 50 damage per shot and you're willing to give up 1 second of reload time, then it's alright, I guess. You can grind this tank. But it's a lot of work just for 50 extra damage. And 2 shots onto the side of the Type 5 and I cannot pen it. 250 pen, maybe he has a bit of an angle, which is why I bounced it. I need to be maybe exactly 90 degrees. And here I am straight on into that VK and I cannot pen him in the lower glaciers. I give up and I decide to load the heat now just to prove a point. And there, easy peasy, no problem, lower plate. And I think I go back to the AP again just to try it, just to see if I can pen. Nope, it doesn't pen. So what I'm gonna do now is gonna eat a shot and try to get him on the side with AP. I think I even auto aimed here, and yes, I managed to take him out. And let's try the ass of the 1115 and see if I can pen him straight on. I should be able to. Yes, I do. And no problem there. So let's see what other trouble I can get into with this tank. I think I've got the back of this Kranwagen, but someone beat me to it. Keep pushing forward, let's see what else I can get. Once again, the mobility, the way the tank drives, feels exactly like a 113, but the gun and the gun sounds of the IS-7, but the accuracy of 113. So accuracy is a little bit nicer. If you had to choose between the 5A and the 113 and you're in the tier 9, I would suggest going straight for the 5A just for that extra 50 damage. Thanks for watching.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you